Hello and welcome, this is Nuclear Rabbit and today I'm going to be playing a Fury Druid. So this is me playing the Fury Druid, who as you can tell is a werewolf based druid. And we are just moving him straight along through Act 1 as usual. We are going to the counters where we will need to get a stealth. And we want some other runes as well. We want Tear rune, we want L rune. Oh yeah, one thing you need to be careful about with this build, what just happened, is that I ran out of duration for the werewolf form. You need to be careful with that. Things can get pretty hairy, as you can tell. Yeah, definitely a build that has some trouble starting up. You need some gear for sure. Luckily we find our first piece of gear in an Arctic's belt. And then we go for Andariel. The one thing that a werewolf has is a lot of life, so we can tank her for quite a bit actually, which is nice. But even then we need to go back to town like 2-3 times before we get to kill her, and yeah, it's a rough fight, a rough scene for sure. So we end up making an Ithalat, a Malice in a broadaxe. Just to get a small bit of damage going. And we find another good druid weapon in our Roderick staff, which we use until we get to Duriel, where we will switch over to the Malice. And if you're wondering, the little bulb floating around my druid, that's Feral Rage, and Feral Rage gives you a lot of leech. And there I ran out, so that sucked. So that's the Duriel fight, and after the Duriel fight I'm gonna go ahead and grind some levels, because man do I need it. This build was a grind, and during grinding I found Sanders River, heavy boots. With attack rating, stats and 40 faster run walk, they are amazing, they're super powerful. And after the grind we go ahead and head to the council, who actually goes down fairly easily, which is nice. It's nice to have a nice fight. That was a terrible time to run out of lycanthropy again. But yeah, in the Mephisto fight, just walk up to him and punch him a lot. We have the spirit as well now for some extra attack rating and some more attack power, some damage. We get an Ith rune from our Hellforge, and then we make a stealth. And a new weapon, a superior maul. This is just the best thing, it does some damage and that's it. Finding for weapons in the early game for a melee character is such a pain. And with that we head to the Diablo fight, and our hammer actually hits pretty damn hard. I mean, this is honestly not bad at all. And our big life total does help us tank him quite well. But yeah, as usual, one of the hardest fights in the game, lots of running around. The cold damage is absolutely terrible. This character just cannot be frozen. Spoiler, he never found it. You just need to get in there, take your beats and just trade hits. And as you can tell, it's a long fight. Like, when you're getting Fury Druid and you're getting to Diablo, prepare for a long fight. Keep up your Feral Rage. What you want to do is kind of hit him like a few times and then Feral Rage him once or twice and then just go back into the normal hit, so you'll always have Feral Rage because it gives you faster run walk, it gives you leech. So we find a Gore Shovel off of Diablo, which is the first real weapon that I find. And we use it to kill Shank. At least try to kill Shank. This character is just made to just run in there and leech. Which is also why I went for Heart of the Wolverine and not for the Oak Sage. You just need damage. I mean, it doesn't matter if you have 4000 HP or 2000 if you're not leeching, because you will die anyway. So you might as well just get as much attack rating as you can. And as much damage as you can. And I know a lot of people swear by Oak Sage on druids, but it's not that necessary. Like, Oak Sage is definitely more of a safe build kind of thing. If you want to go for an efficient build, you're probably gonna end up with Heart of Wolverine. Anyway, after the Ancients, we go ahead and almost die to the Council. And here's, yeah, this is just a showcase of how rough this build is. Get it? Rough. Rough, rough, rough. It's a doggo and a wolf. Get it? Anyway, this is the Minions of Destruction, and as you can tell, we just can't kill them. I wish, yeah, I wish I could. So I end up just guiding them away and then heading to Bale. The Bale fight took for bloody ever, so I got a bunch of it away, but here's the kill. And then we head into Nightmare. And this is the first farm that I do with this character. This is the Countess on Nightmare, and you can tell it's going rough. I mean, this character is just barely holding on. So I end up making a superior ring mail with Ort or Ralph for some resistances. And this is me going into Nightmare. I'm just gambling mauls at this point. I need more damage so badly. And so I gamble a rare maul and head to Andariel, who just kind of goes down nicely. Like, the rare maul did well. But yeah, so far this build has been very hard to pull off. So we're gonna farm Sun and Daryl. Like, you're gonna need to farm everything with a melee character. It's just the way it is. But I do end up finding a Partisan, which I use the socket quest on for 5 sockets, and that means we're going back to the Countess for a soul rune. So I can make an honor Partisan, an Amel Iter soul, lots of damage, skills, leech. I end up finding a Lum rune. So I can make a smoke, which is just a way better version of the armor I was wearing. I also make a lore. With that, I head into Act 2, where I find a Lem rune in the sewers level 3. That's like finding a high rune. You can tell by the amount of runes I have how much grinding I needed to do on the Countess. So I make a Treachery, and now I have some IAS, I have Feral Rage, but the most important thing I have is Fade. Fade is just bonkers. Like, Fade is one of the best skills in the game. You get damage reduce, resistances. At this point, I'm just able to tank Duriel, who drops nothing useful. And yeah, with Honor and Treachery, I'm plowing through Nightmare. Like, Nightmare went by very quickly, relatively speaking. Like, this is not a Sorcerer's run. Don't get me wrong. You're not beating like a Hammerden or anything. Vista drops us Goblin Toes, which are perfect, because now I also have some Crushing Blow, and we're actually doing well. Oh, I also find a Gold Skiller in the River of Flame. And another Lem rune from the Hellforge. And here is the Diablo fight on Nightmare. And this looks way different than the Diablo fight on normal, as you can tell. Crushing Blow and Fade are just that good. So that was Diablo. And at this point, this druid just has max resist and he can walk through everything. As you can tell, like, he's just doing this. We go and save Anya for even more resist, because hell is gonna be a hard one. I wanted to say rough. I keep wanting to say rough. I don't know how many rough jokes I can put in. It's gonna be rough. Anyway, we kill the Ancients and then we head to Bale. And with Crushing Blow and IAS, this is gonna be fine. That's Bale, and we are now a destroyer, and we're farming Bale some more. We need more items, we need the levels. And I end up finding a Tal Rasha's belt for some MF, some dexterity, which is attack rating. Damage to mana is also perfect for a druid that's just in the fray all the time. Our resistances are terrible, even with a crown with some runes in it. But with that we go into hell, because I need to farm the counters for runes. And it's going smooth. Just so smooth. When you can't get a rhyme because you're using a two-handed weapon, it's so unbelievably, ridiculously hard to get Cannot Be Frozen. I end up finding a ghost spear and rolling it for some sockets. And I end up getting 5, which makes it a good bait for obedience. So at that point I just wanted to grind for obedience. So I went back to Mephisto, because the counter was just too dangerous. And Mephisto again. Yeah, lots and lots and lots of grinding. Also very close on the Demonite Sash. And more Mephisto. Lots and lots of it. And I'm just not finding anything. At this point in the run, I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I'm not finding anything. My character is just stuck. And I end up finding a Hunter's Guise of Mephisto, which is all the Stony Gaze, which at least is something that works for me. It gets me a lot of resistances. In the very next run, I also find the boots. So now I have 2 pieces of Elders, and at least now I have 2 pieces of decent gear, because I was trying the Honor weapon and the damage is very low. So I end up putting runes into the thingy, the helm. And with that I'm moving along to Andariel, and as you can tell, this is just a hard fight. Like, I'm just not doing enough damage. I mean, the crushing blow is nice now, but the ghouls are kind of killing me already, let alone Andariel. Yeah, just slurping pots and plowing through. I end up making a insight for my mercenary, and it's even a better weapon than what I'm using currently, but I don't want to respec for it. So now we both at least have a weapon. But I'm going into Act 2 and it's just not happening. So I go back to farming the counters again and again and again. Lots of counters. So much counters. There is so much counters. Also, I found Titans. Yeah, it just never stopped. I farmed the counters from level 61 to like 85 or something like that. It's insane. I did so much counters farming. I ended up just getting completely bored with it, to be honest, and heading into the pits just to check out what I could find. I found a 3-socket giant treasure, which I made a crescent moon in. So now my mercenary gets static field, which is at least something. And I make a helm as well. I thought this helm was really cool. 9 deadly strike, 40 resist. And then I head back into the pits. Just want experience, I want items, I want bases, I want a Felrune. In all of that counters grinding, I never found a Felrune. But in the pits I end up finding a unique Thunder Maul, a Earth Shifter. That's insane. This is a grail. This is my first grailer since I started Diablo 2 Resurrected back in September 2 years ago. So it's my first grailer. I'm down to 10 now. Put a Hell Rune in it, because oh man, am I gonna kill some people with this thing. Here are my stats and my skills. And let's go, because this weapon is insane. You're just lighting the earth on fire, and I finally have something to deal with physical immunes, because that was the whole problem all along. Just look at this, just whacking everything, lighting the earth on fire, plowing through. It's amazing. This weapon was so cool. I was so happy to find it. You know what I didn't find? A Fel rune. But I'm okay with it now because I have a Thunder Maul. Woo! So here's Duriel. And at this point it just doesn't matter. I have Fade, I have the Thunder Maul. So we kill Duriel, we head to the council. Yeah, nothing is stopping this anymore. I mean, basically I'm now a werewolf that has crowd control. And 2 sources of damage. Like, the biggest problem with a werewolf is just getting something to deal with physical immunes. But once you get it, you're just so well done and you're ready to get to the end of the game. I say that very lightly though, but that council almost killed me down there. And that's the thing with Diablo 2 that keeps me coming back. Like, I found one of the rarest items in the game. Like, that hammer is more rare than a wind force, and I'm still just making it through. I'm doing well, don't get me wrong, I'm doing well, but I'm just making it through. I mean, I still have to go back and stuff. But I do end up making it to Mephisto. Who, as you can imagine, I completely clown on. And from the Hellforge I find an Ist rune, which is great. This character found so many runes. There's a rune showcase at the end of how much I found. So we go to Diablo by killing his butlers. And still almost dying. Like, even with all of this equipment and gear and stuff, I'm just barely holding on. Wolfly holding on? I don't know. Although my equipment is quite schizophrenic, because on the one hand I have like this insane maul and I have a treachery and the rest of it is just utter garbage. But yeah, Diablo on Hell, not a problem. Just crushing blow, attack rating. And even the fire just deals half my life total at this point. And this is what I meant with me wanting Heart of the Wolverine. Also, I find another Ist rune out of a box. And anyway, this is what I meant with wanting Heart of the Wolverine over Oaks. It's like at 2300 life, nothing is really killing you. And you really want to punch hard so you can keep leeching. But here we go for the Ancients. Who at this point I just out tank and out leech. So quickly throwing some pots down while he's whirlwinding. I mean, I have so many pots from all the grinding. Yeah, Ancient's going down, and here we are for the rematch against Lister. Can we take him down this time? Even with the TC87 unique, it's still a hard fight. I mean, we get knocked back, we get knocked around. Our spirit gets killed all the time. Our mercenary dies. We actually have to make a tactical retreat. But we end up getting him. And his cronies. And with that we head into the final fight, the Bale fight. So all in all, I can say honestly, if you want to do this, this is a hard grind. Like, you will need to grind. You will need a plan to get some non-element or some non-physical damage. You will need to get a plan for that. Because if you're, I tried going fire claws, but it was just really bad. Even with a +7 elemental skills and stuff, it was just bad. So I ended up getting really lucky finding the Thunder Maul. Otherwise I would have to rely on my mercenaries, Giant Thrasher, and just hope for the best. But that's it, Bale down. These are the runes I found in this run. So I ended up finding a Paul rune, 2 more runes. This is the leftover ones after all the rune words, by the way. So I found even more than this. 2 more lemon runes left. I had 2 Mal runes left. And 2 Ist runes as well. Like, the amount of runes I found is insane. I had like 4 Ko runes left at the end as well. But I never found a Fel rune. I'm not joking, I never found one. This is my gear. Like, it's a very schizophrenic gear. Like, I have some items that are very, very powerful. And I also have like this belt, which is just pretty crappy. Oh, best item in the run, the clear glass gloves. Not joking. These are my skills. So as you can tell, I went for fire claws. Don't do it, just go for like a grizzly bear or something, it's better. This is my mercenaries equipment. And here we are, congratulations to the druid, we made it, and here's the next guardian. See you in the next one, thank you for watching, bye bye.